I had my little birthday party from last month, and it was not slightly perfect, but hey, at least I love it though. In the process. Say, this person. Money shot. 8. You two are gonna be my new best friends. And also, you're part of my live stream. So, who's ready to get one thing that we needed to get? Next god of destruction. Let's go!
Left of you when I'm done.
Let's get started. Let's move.
Looks like you can handle a lot. They seem as though they've improved. I suppose we don't know.
Seems like my skills are what they used to be.
What's that? Where's that power coming from?
I never imagined someone like this existed.
Have to face the god of destruction.
And yet those sinister malevolent eyes. You still have every intention of fighting him.
Let's get started.
Come here. I'll be your opponent.
Show me what you can do.
You're not bad. You're not
Don't give up so easily.
What a surprise! I didn't expect you to get this far.
What power! This keeps up, I'm not
good here. Oh, jeez. You're strong.
Eager to gauge what you all can do, and to that end, please refrain from holding anything back.
Great! I'm off for fighting you, Whis. I won't hold back. This isn't going to end like it did before.
Excited as you.
Let's see. So handle me now.
His golden body isn't just a pill.
Purpose of this exercise.
Blowy.
Prepared for this? Move.
I'm pleased to see you make some progress. Let's continue, shall we? The role of God of Destruction. But that brings me to
You're not going to like this!
I suppose I should be taking over.
Admirable effort. Forward.
We'll try that again. Get a Z rank, of course. Field of the ultimate warrior.
And kept this from your tears?
This time we're not gonna mess around.
Hurry up and come out.
They seem as though they...
I suppose we won't know.
Not bad. But the battle has just begun.
Took too much damage. Nice call. This is getting dangerous. That's it! Splendid. This is it.
Of course. Going around me.
You're not bad.
That was close. I thought it was done for.
You made a lot of
What power? Speaks up, I'm not gonna last!
What a surprise! I didn't expect you to get this far.
Not looking good here.
Jeez, you're strong.
Ah!
My true powers. I see. How dare you? You were!
Again, please don't hold anything back.
This isn't looking good. Now I've done it. Ever the simpleton cat. I'll show you how a Super Saiyan God. Stop with all this.
Congratulations are in order. Well done. pleased to see you've made some progress. Let's continue, shall we?
The hell out of it! Stand aside! True warrior! Don't give up so easily! I'm not overwhelming you!
It seems none of them possess enough power to be considered for the role of God of Destruction. But that brings me to you. Would you be interested? I'm joking, of course. My lord should be waking up at any moment now, so I suppose I should be taking my leave.
Do my eyes deceive me? You have leapt to heights that surpass.
Breaking down the barrier.
I might want to take the full extent of your around now, the magic you may not appreciate this, but and of course, join you. Let's get started, shall we? Here we go!
What?
If you cannot defeat the just self, I'm afraid you will remain trapped in your shortcut.
I have no problem surpassing my limits against lesser versions of me. Damn it! Don't think this is the end! How dare you! As a Saiyan yourself, you should know exactly what will happen if you fight me.
Seeing your power wasn't needed. God! Yes! Let's go! Motion! Monkey boy! Dude. Wait.
Look at that! A Vegeta over there and another over here! There are Vegetas everywhere!
I'm ending this right now! I refuse to lose to someone unfit to carry the name Vegeta! Not really done it. A foolish final out! Did you hear me? Stop, you fool! This is getting annoying! Damn it! Don't think this is the end! Come on! This is pathetic! Stop with all this!
Yes, there is the bastard in blue.
Oh, it seems we have yet another Vegeta to greet.
This'll be fun, getting to crush my fast self. I knew you could do it! You're not bad! Not bad! Okay, you got some potential. Saiyans don't give up so easily. I'm lost. How can I lose? I still have one last move to be better than him!
Then I think it's time we brought him that very person. And here he is!
Yeah.
I will not lose. I'm going to surpass you and reach a level beyond even what you could handle. I will surpass you, and I'll do it in my own way.
Newfound power is yours and yours alone, and thus concludes our training session.
Exclusive. I see that you do work with God.
This was so Welcome to my stream, and as you already know it, just like, comment, subscribe, whatever the hell you like to do.
I want you to picture the full extent of your power around you like a shell. Now, imagine yourself growing that shell. Vegeta may not appreciate this, but I want you to do what you can to assist. And by assist, I of course mean join the fight. Let's get started, shall we? Here we go! What?
come and get me.
If you cannot defeat your past self, I'm afraid you will remain trapped in your shell, never to emerge.
I have no problem surpassing my limits against lesser versions of me. What happened? What pain? Damn it! Don't think this is the end! Damn it! Wasn't a Super Saiyan supposed to be almighty? Damn it! Wasn't a Super Saiyan supposed to be almighty?
Oh shit, here we go, here we go. Big monkey balls!
Look at that! A Vegeta over there and another
A Vegeta over there, another over there, we don't have to
Vegetas
wait.
Enough of this! I'm ending this right now! I refuse to lose to someone unfit to carry the name Vegeta! Seriously, you'll have no hope of defeating me if that's all you've got. Yes, the stronger the opponent, the greater the thrill of the fight. Even with my new power, victory escapes me. They're down. Impossible.
Scum!
What happened? Damn it! Don't think this is the end!
Okay.
Is this it? Darn it! This can't be!
Burst!
Oh, it seems we have yet another Vegeta to greet.
This'll be fun. Getting to crush my last self. I knew you could do it.
Blue! Blue!
Alright, let's do this.
Man, that was bad, Tony. You're the intro of my presentation, but I'm mad. Okay.
Don't give up so easily. Looks like I misjudged you.
Cut!
Like you can hold your own. Good. I lost this one. Not enough! One less to be better than him!
Then I think it's time we brought that very person.
Ah!
Here he is!
I will not lose. I'm going to surpass you and reach a level beyond even what you could handle.
And thus concludes our training session.
Exquisite. I see that you do reveal
We're gonna continue more and more. I'm not done until I say I'm done. And I'm sure.
Will surpass, and I'll do it in my
My own way.
Vegeta may not appreciate this, but do to assist it. And by assist, I of course mean join you. Let's get started, shall we? Here we go.
What?
Ah! Thank you, Whis. And
Feel the power of a Super Saiyan!
garlic gun.
I have no problem surpassing my limits against lesser versions of me. What pain! Another death yet! What? I am being pushed? How is this possible? Wasn't a Super Saiyan supposed to be almighty?
Look at that! A Vegeta over there and another over here! There are Vegetas everywhere!
Right now! I refuse to lose to someone unfit to carry the name Vegeta! Small,
Who the hell is next? More power, more fights.
It's Super Saiyan 4. Come fight me if you want to die! What happened? Seems I underestimated. What's going on? Don't think this is the end! Come on! It's pathetic!
Hey.
It seems we have yet another Vegeta to greet.
This'll be fun, getting to crush my past self. Vegeta got fused. I guess I should call myself Vegeta. Pretty good. I knew you could do it. This is getting interesting. One last person to be better than him!
Wanting that very person. And here he is!
I will! I'm going to surpass and reach a level beyond even what you could handle! I will surpass you, and I'll do it in my own way! You're not going to survive this! I'm not dead yet! yet!
Newfound power, yours alone. And thus concludes our training session.
I see.
around you like a shadow. The magic is growing. The teacher may not appreciate this, but I'd like you to do what you can to assist him. And by assist, I of course mean join the fight. Let's get started, shall we? Here we
We
go.
can get started, don't worry.
If you cannot defeat your past self, I'm afraid you will remain trapped in your shell, never to leave.
I have no problem surpassing my limits against lesser versions of me. What? I am being pushed? How is this possible? Oh, come on! This is pathetic!
Look at that! A Vegeta over there and another over here! There are Vegetas everywhere!
Enough of this! I'm ending this right now! I refuse to lose to someone unfit to carry the name Vegeta! Impossible! They're down. Good work. Yes, more! But everybody spilled always more! Power! Victory escapes me! What happened? What's with that attack? Stop with all this! Pathetic! Damn it! Don't think this is the end! I'll show you the power well beyond that of Super Saiyan God! Darn it! This can't be!
Oh, it seems we have yet another Vegeta to greet.
This'll be fun, getting to crush my past self. I knew you could do it. Pretty good. You really think you can beat me? Not bad at all. Got my guard down. Now this is what I'm talking about. You are not going to survive this! Looks like I misjudged you. I wasn't expecting this big a challenge. So looks like you can hold your own. Good. Damn it. Not enough! I still have one last hurdle, to be better than him!
Then I think it's time we brought in that very person. And here he is!
I will not lose. I'm going to surpass you and reach a level beyond even what you could handle! I will surpass you, and I'll do it in my own way! Here I go!
That newfound power is yours alone. And thus concludes our training session.
Exquisite. I see that you do really.
I want you to picture the full extent of your power around you like a shadow. Now, imagine yourself outgrowing that shadow. Vegeta may not appreciate this, but I'd like you to do what you can to assist him. And by assist, I of course mean Zen. Let's get started, shall we? Here we go! If you cannot defeat your past self, I'm afraid you will remain trapped in yourself. No.
I have no problem with attacking my brothers, lesser versions of me. What? I am being pushed? How is this possible? Seems my power wasn't needed.
Vegeta over there, and another over here. There are Vegetas everywhere.
Enough of this. I'm ending this right now. I refuse to lose to someone unfit to carry the name Vegeta. Yes, more. My Captain Bobby spell for the waste after all. You're dead! Dead! Hear me? Power! Victory escapes me! What happened? Damn it! Don't think this is the end! Oh, come on! It's pathetic!
It seems we have yet another Vegeta to greet.
This'll be fun, getting to crush my past self. Don't give up so easily. I knew you would do it. Good. This is getting interesting.
Let's get started. There we go.
I still have one person to be better than him.
Then I think it's time we brought him that very person. And here he is!
If any of you just joined my live stream, feel free to chat and say some words.
I will
just
not
feel like
lose.
to. Alright.
I'm going to surpass you and reach a level beyond even what you could handle.
That newfound power is yours alone, and thus concludes our training session.
An admirable effort. Forward.
Do you really want me to beat you that bad?
Get me to join in. Well, you're in my live stream, so yeah. And I just need to get his blazing attack, and then we'll move. Then plus we're gonna move on to get quick charge, and then
Let's get started, shall we?
Prometheus flash.
What?
I most likely gave Ravion skills too, but I ain't gonna equip them. I did.
If you cannot defeat your past self, I'm afraid you will remain trapped in yourself.
No.
I have no problem surpassing my foes against lesser versions of me. What? I am being pushed.
Everyone's busy on the hotel quest.
How dare you! Come on! It's pathetic! once more. Cold and ruthless, uninhibited by foolish emotion.
Look at that! A Vegeta over there and another over here! There are Vegetas everywhere!
Enough of this! I'm ending this right now! I refuse to lose to someone unfit to carry the name Vegeta! Yes, more! I can't the bubble spell go to waste after all! The stronger the opponent, the greater the thrill of the fight.
Thanks for the little assistance.
Power! Victory escapes me! Impossible! So easily. It's Super Saiyan 4. Come fight me if you want to die. Damn it! Don't think this is the end. I'm not dead yet. This is more fun. They're down. Impossible! What's going on?
More power. Come on.
It seems we have yet another Vegeta to greet.
This'll be fun. Getting to crush my fast self. He has no fear of death. What's this? This is getting interesting. To be better than him!
Then I think it's time we brought in that very person. And here he is!
I will not lose. I'm going to surpass you and reach a level beyond even what you could handle. And I'll do it in my own way. you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Is yours and yours alone.
And I'll be right
And
back.
thus concludes our training session. Exquisite. Extent of your power around you like a shadow. Now, imagine yourself out there. Of course, if you cannot defeat the best
Is that the boost?
Don't think this is the end! How dare you! Prepare! Seems my power wasn't needed.
There and another over here. There are Vegetas everywhere.
Enough of this! I'm ending this right now! I refuse to lose to someone unfit to carry the name Vegeta! Dead! Dead! You hear me? No one can stop me now! What's that attack? What's going on? Come on! This is pathetic!
Come on. I'm gonna keep going.
It seems we have yet another Vegeta to greet.
This'll be fun, getting to crush my past self. I knew you would do it. Pretty good. Not bad at all. Ah, so that's how it is. Not enough! I still have one last move to be better than him!
And I think it's time we brought him up. And here he is!
It's something fun.
I will not lose. I'm going to surpass you and reach a level beyond even what you could handle. So it looks like you can hold your own. Good.
Do my eyes see me? You have left to heights that surpass even my understanding.
Oh, dang, look. Oh, you said? Hold on, let me... Thank you for coming to the stream. Hey, buddy. Dragon Ball Kid? Hey. I know life at times can be hurtful, but There's some other times you gotta fight through it, man. I'll be here for you, alright? I promise you that. And if you do get the DLC possibly in a weekend or so, I'll help you out. Okay? Because I'll be good and helpful for you. Yeah. Now we did got the 3 moves of the super skills of Vegeta now, but I need to get his burst charge. And I got the ultimate charge, which is basically the final charge. From, you know, Evolution Blue. So, yeah.
Lord Garrus's tenure as God of Destruction will continue for quite some time. However, I think it would still be prudent to try and groom a new god for the future. I would greatly appreciate if you assisted me in that matter. And kept this from Lord Garrus?
Close call. This is getting dangerous. Power. They're strong. I never imagined someone like this existed.
I have to face the god of destruction's master.
And yet those sinister Namekian eyes. You still have every intention of fighting.
Oh well, I guess I might as well have a little fun.
Well now, I was only interested in androids 17 and 18, but it looks like Turing's weapon as well. Well, no matter.
Yeah! 18! Damn it! If only I had more power! Down! I'm used to this kind of pressure! Damn it! This is getting fun!
Is this the extent of your power? Again, please don't hold anything back. This is the whole purpose of this exercise.
I will show you my true power.
This is... Uh-oh. Now I've done it.
Ever the same.
Not bad at all.
This is it!
impossible! I can't believe I lost!
I'm pleased to see you've made some progress. Let's continue, shall we?
This isn't over. The Saiyans don't give up so easily.
Congratulations are in order. Well done.
What? Why are you always one step ahead of me? Stop it.
Oh, thanks for commenting on my live stream.
Power to be considered for the role of God of
Dragon Ball Kid.
But that brings me to you. Would you be interested? I'm joking, of course. My lord should be waking up at any moment.
Exclusive. I see that.
I thought you left me. This Pale Quest. Beerus is basically dozing asleep, and Whis is basically impatient for him to wake up. So he requires your assistance just to find the perfect candidate to be his replacement. Ranging from Gohan, Piccolo, to the android twins, Krillin, Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta, and then Vegeta, Goku, and their ultimate forms with Broly with them. Even though at the end, Whis did try to choose you to be the next god of destruction, but he was joking because it's been kind of time with a note about this. She would never like it.
Lord Beerus' tenure as God of Destruction.
But still, having power God of Destruction would be damn badass, but destroying, like, planets would be too damn dumb. It's too much work.
And kept this from Lord Beerus?
So, I'll say the perfect one for the job would be Frieza. Because, let's not forget that Frieza was told by Beerus just to
Won't go easy.
annihilate the entire Saiyan race.
Huh? Are you a Saiyan too?
They seem as though they but I suppose we won't know until we fight them, yes?
Was done for.
Oh, you're not bad.
Alright.
I can still do this. I trained just as hard.
That attack was quite good. I'm impressed.
Wait, you didn't got all of Gogeta's skills? That's a little great news. I could try to help you out once I'm done with this here, or... Oh.
You're not so bad.
I'm not going down. I'm used to this kind of pressure.
What a surprise! I didn't expect you to get this far.
Not looking good here.
You should have looked at my social media for the videos I put it on. Yep.
You know, I always detested that smug attitude of yours.
I'm the smug one. Oh, that's rare.
What's with that attack?
Yeah.
Is this the extent of your
It
power?
isn't over yet.
Again, please don't hold anything back. Doing so would defeat the whole purpose of this exercise.
Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Ever the simpleton check.
I'm pleased to see you've made some progress. Let's continue, shall we?
That's enough.
And that one of them is leave the rest to me. God.
Give up so easily.
Anything?
Pride looks like.
All right.
Always wants to have enemies.
It seems none of them possess enough power to be considered for the role of God of Destruction.
Let's see.
That brings me to you. Would you be interested? I'm joking, of course. My lord should be waking up at any moment now, so I suppose I should be taking my leave.
Won't be that hard with Evolution Blue on my power.
Exquisite. I see that you do revere God.
Oh, we need another one. Like, if Voice will be able to help. I'm gonna send an invite here. I'll send you an invite for it. Well, a request. So, yeah, I don't mind. Here, let me get this to you. Request to watch. Don't start it yet. I gotta get something real quick. Oh. I'm back. What do you say about the live stream? That's impossible. Alright. I'm ready.
Do you really want me to beat you that badly?
Oh, Punisher shield? Well, it's like that. So, can't lie. You know what I mean? Quaiden, you know, was with the Priest of Force, but whatever.
Esteemed members of the
The burst charge, aka quick charge, will be only be quickable when you charge one set of bar key. And if it gets to the third bar key, it'll basically stop you from doing more.
Yeesh, he means business.
You got a point. I guess I have to take this seriously too.
I'll take the baldy asshole. Pathetic!
What's that? Where's that power coming from? Not bad, but the battle has just begun.
Pathetic!
I can still do this! I train just as hard!
Took too much damage.
Pathetic!
What power? If this keeps up, I'm not gonna last! Not looking good here.
The wrong guy.
By the way, Trunks, are you ever gonna give me that toy you promised me? Oh, yeah, how about that? How about we finish this fight first?
And the Dragon Ball's over or else. That's what Frieza wants, you guess.
I don't know who you are, but you're no match for Frieza's elite.
Listen, I don't know what you're rambling on about, and it's getting annoying. But if you want a butt kicking, I'll give you one. Yeah, I'm strong enough to do some real damage, too. Whoa, this guy's serious. What should I do? This is getting really bad. I'm getting really hungry. What was that for? Jeez. Go on, Mom. It really hurts.
Okay.
Well, then I'm not gonna hold back.
Keep up with me.
Take a look at that arm. It's amazing. Let's go. It's on, Baldy. You're pretty good. That was one heck of a move. You're pretty good. I'll show you what I've got.
Incredible! Raw the almighty Vegeta with a stop to it! Take that! Darn it! Darn it!
Wow! You really are strong.
Come on! This is pathetic! What's with that attack?
Whoa! You're really well trained, aren't you? This is getting fun and over here.
Yep. Don't worry, I'll use it.
This is...
Put that in.
Is this it?
You're pretty strong.
Too slow.
We're racing hell, right? Sure, count me in.
All right.
Stop playing around.
Oh, what's that for?
Are you ready for this?
Wowie zowie!
My bad.
Now you've done it!
Are you ready for this?
The great Gochain's lost?
You're welcome.
Well done! A marvelous show! Well, what could you possibly be waiting for? Bring me that Dragon Ball!
You're heading to Frieza, aren't you? I will let that happen. You want to Frieza? You gotta get through me first.
Oh, not bad at all. But I'm not just some punching bag.
I think the warriors of this exist. I must tell Lord Frieza.
All right. Let's finish this. So that's how
Here it comes, Shu.
looks like I misjudged. That's enough. How can I lose? What's this?
Yep.
The great Gochain's lost?
Well.
Exquisite. I see that you do revere the god.
Good.
and I'll do it in my own way!
This info is taken from Godzilla, Project Mechagodzilla by Red Shiolki, the second official prequel novel to the anime trilogy after Monster Apocalypse. It takes almost 20 years before the Oratio and Eradrum immigration ships leave Earth, expanding on and adding to the events mentioned in the previous book. Hello, Kaiju fans. It's Titano, here to take a look at some Earthian parasites.
There appears to be some Dragon Balls in the vicinity. Now then, esteemed members of the Freezer Hall, the time has arrived. You must prove your loyalty to me.
No, don't worry, I'm proving my loyalty.
Many American Godzilla stories before it, Legendary Pictures' 2014 Godzilla movie introduced all new adversaries.
Well, all the same those two males do.
That was close. I thought it was done for. This isn't good.
Keep him still.
Down. I'm used to this kind of pressure.
Fuck.
Now we're tough. This is starting to get interesting. I'm not dead yet! Surprising. You're a lot stronger than I expected. This opponent isn't so ordinary.
Damn it!
We picked a fight with the wrong guy.
The ultimate charge. Like really, it's really that fucking powerful.
By the way, Trunks, are you ever gonna give me that toy you promised me? Yeah, how about that? How about we finish this fight first?
Damn it! I almost had him.
I
don't know who you are, but you're no match for Frieza's elite.
Listen, I don't know what you're rambling on about, and it's getting in there. But if you want to fight, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I'm strong enough to do some real damage, too.
I'm not dying yet.
So strong.
No.
Am I losing? So strong.
You're not going to survive this!
What should I do? This is getting really bad. What was that for?
Well, then I'm not gonna hold back.
I'd like to see you keep up with me.
How could this be? This was unexpected.
You're not going to survive this! What happened?
Doesn't look like I should hold back.
Not dead yet!
Maybe I'll just have to do some updates for that. Just in case.
What? I am being pushed? How is this possible? Kakarot, I am the one who will defeat you! And yet...
Man, sorry about that. I can't move. You're really well trained, aren't you? This isn't good. Uh-oh. Now I've done it.
Ever the simpleton. Stop with all this.
Yep.
Where is he? Right? Sure, count me in.
All right. Let's do this.
Galley gun final.
What's that for? Why you? I won't forgive you, even if you say sorry. Did I overdo it?
Don't worry,
So
I'll get myself
sorry.
up.
Wowie zowie! Now you've done it! The great Gotenks lost?
I'm not dead yet! I wasn't expecting this big a challenge!
What's the because of been waiting for? Bring me that Dragon Ball.
Spore in Nevada. By the time the military arrived at the site, this larger female Muto had already broken loose. She terrorized Las Vegas on her way to the mail. Their paths connected to San Francisco. The military was able to steer the Muto away from other population centers on the way, with all conventional weapons failing to stop her. Despite the modern scientists' out to sea with a warhead that detonated to kill all three, received presidential approval. Two isolates were transported by a train.
I won't let that happen! You want Frieza? You gotta get through me first!
Not bad at all.
I must kill Lord Frieza! You're tough! They're not dead yet!
Holy fuck, Goji is nearly dead. I accidentally blasted him with atomic blast, my bad.
Did my fusion totally fail?
His atomic breath. The male attacked Godzilla from behind, allowing the female to pursue Ford and his team as they
got it.
attempted to take the bomb out to sea via
What's the next skills that you need?
charged at Godzilla head-on. The king of the monsters clobbered him with his tail, impaling him on a building and killing him. Meanwhile, the female Muto easily slaughtered the rest of Ford's team, leaving him as the only survivor once again. Unable to defuse the missile, he started the boat in an attempt to take it out over the bay before it could detonate. However, the female's EMP shut it down, leaving Ford face to face with her. Suddenly, Godzilla pried open her jaws, fired his atomic breath down her throat, decapitating her. With her EMP dissipated, Ford was able to steer the boat under
You got the ultis?
rescued by a military helicopter.
You got the ultis? Ultimates.
Exploded. Shortly after the Mutos were defeated, another larger one emerged from underground at a U.S. military base in Guam. Godzilla arrived to fight it, but the creature departed after stunning him with a punch. Monarch's Dr. Emma Russell traced the new Muto's path from an earthquake originating in Kyushu, Japan, experts having mistaken its movements as mere aftershocks. Emma arrived at the origin point of the earthquake near a Shinto shrine in Kyushu and explored the crater only for the monster to reveal itself and nearly kill her. After her escape, Emma was informed by the shrine's priest that this Muto was the ancient being known as Jinchimushi, the dragon beetle. The monster's next encounter with Godzilla took place underwater in the Bering Sea, but ended just like their first battle. The Titans met again
I do.
at the nuclear power plant.
Because he is basically the godfather for making things go monkey mode.
Its tentacle-like ovipositors before he forced it off with his claws.
Will surpass it, and I'll do it in my own way!
2019, no.
Study, Monarch concluded that Jinchimushi was the parent superspecies.
Yeah, it is, because it has King Ghidorah in it, Mothra, Rodan, well, Fire Rodan.
Inscribed in Phoenician indicated that this titan had battled a Godzilla-like creature known to the Phoenicians as Dagon and to the Japanese as Raijin during the 11th century BC.
What about Kong Skull Island?
To implant its
It's part of the Godzilla history.
Come on! Is this all you've got? Your energy isn't like it was
In 1945,
Wait,
when Godzilla was awakened from the nuclear, well, before he went to 1945, in 1943, two men, one from America and one from the Japanese, both of their planes crashed on the beach island,
I know. Hey,
well,
you.
the beach area
Yeah, you over
on
there.
Skull Island.
Could you lend me a hand?
The two
We're gonna split.
continued to,
You gotta find
yep,
something
and the
for
two
Cody.
continued to
I'm gonna
brawl
go look for
before
something now.
the
Thanks.
Japanese would have finished the
you should
American
do the
one
same.
off. Suddenly, when Khan appeared, scaring them both away, and yet the two had to work together, and that's when they came upon the village that would praise to King Kong. He protects the village from the Skull Callers, or they call it, well, but the Skull Callers that he's fight, his entire race basically fought the Skull Callers before, but all of them were wiped out. And it was a comic issue of King Kong's history that when Kong's parents, which they became two of the last Kongs of existence, the mother gave birth to little King Kong. Kong had to hide in cover while the mother wanted to help out the father. But in the process, both of them got killed by the Skull Crawlers, and the little Kong exacted out for vengeance.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, trying to remake the similar history over CGI. But
Behold the power of the proud and mighty Xenoverse!
Looks like you've broken through your shell as well.
Selma was kind enough
Looks
to
like you
invite
broke
us
it for
here.
yourself as well. That dialogue was awesome.
She's certainly taking her time.
Alright, I'm tired. I can't take anymore.
Beers was surprised knowing that Vegeta broke into his shell as well. Like broke into the limit.
It's been so long since I got
Lord Beerus, are you satisfied now?
Also, remember Monarch from, you know, from 2014 Godzilla film? In 1970, there, by a simple guy who does the voice, well, did a Disney character who voiced J.P. Sullivan from Monsters Inc. was set, yep, and his African American colleague was sent there as well, and with an Asian friend as well in the process, and with a military led by the actor Samuel Jackson as well, and a Russian man who is a mercenary and retired photojournalist of a war veteran. I forgot her name was, but so the team went into Skull Island and they set up their little base in the open field, and the planes basically decided to do was simple, which Monarch wanted to try to lure the Mutos out by using bombs, nuclear bombs, just to try to lure them out. But instead of luring those guys out, they lure out King Kong, because there's one thing you should never do. You don't go to someone's damn home and start dropping bombs. Here goes the skull crawlers that live below them. They are below, and they've woken up from the explosions that they heard.
This is getting fun!
And Godzilla film for next year? Yes. Don't worry, the two are in a similar universe. This is going to focus more on Godzilla because he's more entertainable. And also, Kong Skull Island is one of the only films of King Kong that where King Kong doesn't leave his island. It gets killed off. Because the reason why that's simple, because of King Kong stays on his island. Because if he's gone, then those Scarfowls will go on fucking hell loose just to kill everything.
Now I've done it.
Even. That was in the Showa and the Heisei in the Millennium series. In the Showa series, Godzilla only had one adopted child named Manila, who was a little grayish of a type of a kaiju character that has a similar dorsal fins as Godzilla from the backside. And yet, he has the power to use atomic smoke rings. And this smoke ring is deadly. In the Showa series, and destroy all monsters. Manila even used this move just to kill the middle head of King Ghidorah in one shot. One shot! Yeah, I know. But in the process, Revenge of Godzilla or Monsters All Attack film was going to be Manila's last time to be shown in the film because they didn't show him in the Showa series until when they decided to bring up a newer Godzilla child into the frame in the Heisei series, where Godzilla returns as a villain once more. Like, you know, back as... You mean Gamera, the flying fire-breathing Ninja Turtle of Doom. If you saw Death Battle, because that there was a... Well, at least there's one thing that Death Battle got right between Godzilla. He breathes atomic breath. Because if you... And many people get that confused by fire. Because, well, it does look like fire, but it's pure radiation.
Is this all you've got?
Which that 1998 version was a mutated giant, well, mutated iguana. In the process. But the animated series didn't, though. At least he breathed the green atomic breath. But in the big screens, he only just had to chew on a simple gas tank, throw it in the air, and cause it, and use his stinky breath to cause a fire breath. Which is kind of stupid, if you ask me. In the Heisei series, they put it in the Heisei series when Godzilla returned for his next upcoming films. They decided to put him as a villain once more and put him up against Super X, which is basically a human-made machine for him just to, you know, or for it just to. Now I'm saying Super X, which is basically a ship type of that was made by the humans. In the process, they also made a Super X2 that was in Godzilla vs. Biollante, where Godzilla was going to face a bioengineered type of a giant nuclear plant monster that had his DNA, and with one of the doctors who created Biollante's daughter soul in the process.
That's the spirit!
Yep. And yet, Godzilla in the movies, people who watch him, like us, he was portrayed as a hero, even though in the Showa series, well, in the Heisei series, he became a villain once more of an anti-hero because he only knows what is right and what is best to do. Because that's basically how it's going to be.
Too long about something to eat. You have my sincerest apologies, but come with me for a moment.
What was that, Did you say something?
But when Biollante used her own atomic Biollante acid breath spit on Godzilla, this only made it worse just to increase Godzilla's temperatures. And after when he killed Biollante off, when he reached to shore, he basically was knocked the fuck out. Possibly Biollante's own atomic breath ability was not that good enough for Godzilla. But in the morning, Godzilla woken up and he returned to the sea. Just to lay dormant, or just to wait till he will terrorize Japan once again. And then they brought back the monster who was the rival to Godzilla in the Xenoverse series. The Heisei, King Ghidorah. Some terrorists from the alien terrorists from the future basically came to the future timeline, and they said they will have a plan to kill what's to erase Godzilla from history by only doing this just to travel back to the past in 1945, where the bomb will start, and for a simple dinosaur that will become Godzilla. So the team, and with one human, witness the battle between Americans and Japanese. Americans were about to kill them off, but Godzilla's source came out over and said, "Who interrupted my slumber? Prepare my dinosaur wrath!" But he wasn't invincible to bullets or anything, not even the tank from the battleships. When he got those wounds, he fell on the ground. And Americans felt like, "Yes, we killed him!" And he got back up, and people were like, "He's not dead." And I believe the American soldiers were like, what the fuck? And he killed the remains of them. But the wounds that he received, they basically caused him to fall on the ground again. And for him just to be lifelessly, to almost to be a death. And one of the soldiers who became processed for...
What's going on?
I'm back. I got kicked out by accident. Dragon Ball Kid? But in the end, the terrorists basically did what they said they did, to erase Godzilla from history. So they put him under the bottom of the ocean, far away from the island itself, replacing him with the cute little Ghidorah monsters called the Dorax, which are basically like baby King Ghidorahs. But their heads are not connected into one body. They're basically in a separate body. But when that similar bomb goes off, when Godzilla was going in that particular history that the evildoers in the future did, it was simple for them just to reveal their true plan to say, with Godzilla gone, it's erased from history, and King Ghidorah has taken his place. And yet, this is gonna be like saying, what the hell were you thinking? With Godzilla gone, now we just got King Ghidorah to take his place? And I don't think so. But as someone has it, the Godzillasaurus that was assumedly supposed to be dead, he was still alive. Because somehow there was nuclear waste under where he was at, so it was good enough for him just to become Godzilla. And when the nuclear submarine came by to see him, that they only caused him just to make him far bigger. And to make him far more powerful to be ready to face King Ghidorah. But the evildoers who were controlling King Ghidorah, he was almost about to lose if it hadn't been for the people who wanted Godzilla dead. Basically helped, well, had to sabotage their ship, knock out the guys, and most likely just to do a simple thing of power, just to use the same time traveling weapon that they used to send the Godzillasaurus to the ocean, but sending that thing, the mothership, right to Godzilla's location. And Godzilla basically killed it, the time travelers who wanted to try to erase him from history. King Ghidorah tried to escape, even though with his severed head, well, with his middle head gone. He basically took down King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah blew him in the ocean, but he survived because his body was underwater. I'm not saying that he could survive underwater. It's just saying that he couldn't be alive no more.
I let my guard down.
And yet, in the process, with King Ghidorah dead, Godzilla started to do his rampage in Japan. So the good news is they brought Godzilla back. The bad news is he is still back. Far more destructive than Godzilla, but far more powerful in the process.
What a surprise!
There was a Japanese, and there was a simple other moment of a scene where a Japanese warfighter claimed that his life was saved by Godzilla's source in World War II. So he basically wanted to clarify to Godzilla that he was his friend that he saved long back. But in knowing the truth, he knew that his fate would have been sealed when Godzilla was killed him with atomic breath when he was still at his building. So Godzilla basically roared up the sky, fired his atomic breath at the top of the building, and destroyed the building.
You have left the heights that surpass even my understanding. Most of them.
And even though Godzilla keeps on continuing his rampage in Japan, but luck has it that the evildoers' time traveling machine was still active, or the time traveling machine that they left behind. So the only female woman basically used it, and just to resurrect King Ghidorah. Let me say this here. When King Ghidorah was brought back second time, they basically decided to give him a mecha form. If you take out the middle head, then it'll be easier just to control the two other heads. So the middle head was replaced by a robotical head in the process. So as you know, Mecha King Ghidorah was a far more upgraded model of King Ghidorah with some robotical wings and robotical pointers at the end of its tail, robotical chest armor, kneecap armor, and he had a simple of control thing on its neck in the process for it. But Mecha King Ghidorah and Godzilla basically had a fight duel till Mecha King Ghidorah had the upper hand by putting his electrical claws on his hands, Godzilla's legs, and even to the point to Godzilla's belly, and basically flew off just to possibly try to kill off Godzilla easier. But Godzilla basically fired at Mecha King Ghidorah's wing, and both of them fell to the ocean to their death, but the humans survived as she escaped the process. But in the ocean depths, everyone would thought Godzilla died, but he didn't. He survived. The story kept on going when they brought back Mothra, and a newer moth named Batra, more like a male Mothra, but with an armor type of skin. Looks more like a devilish type of Mothra, and preferred to be like a demon god.
We've reached an agreement. Consider it done.
So Godzilla had a fight between both moths at one at a time, and yet when the two tag teamed just to beat Godzilla, it was a time for the two of them just to work together to beat Godzilla. Godzilla killed a Batra. Mothra would like to go at Godzilla's tail, as for both of them just to be killed off, and Mothra used her magic to wherever Godzilla was fall to the ocean with the fallen Batra, to make sure that he stays in the prison. But that didn't work because Godzilla still survived. The world of the Kais. Above that, I was one above. And in the process, remember Mecha King Ghidorah? See, the G-Force found his mecha body, and they were like saying, you know what, that's it. We're gonna make a giant robot Godzilla. So they brought back Mecha Godzilla. Instead of him being as a villain, it's Godzilla who's the villain, and Mecha Godzilla is a hero. So yeah. and many things that Mechagodzilla can have. It's many more disposable of a weaponry, and yet even shot therapy through his powers, through his upgrades. On Birth Island, which is basically, you know, where Godzilla lives in the Showa series. Because Godzilla had there were two eggs that would have been, the second one that was eaten by Rodan, while the other one still remained intact. And when Rodan tried to take one of the eggs, but Godzilla came by just to fight off Rodan, and the two never got along. But the humans took the simple egg from Birth Island just to study it. But somehow with loud music that somehow caused the egg to crack open, and to hatch open was a baby Godzilla. When it was born, it was in the human size of a mutated velociraptor of a Tyrannosaurus combined with a Spinosaurus mixture breed. But Rodan survived and he became Fire Rodan, and would dare to follow the egg's energy force. And Godzilla will rampage just to find the egg. And they send Mechagodzilla to fight Godzilla. And even though Mechagodzilla was heavily damaged from the first encounter, but when the humans, when the G-Force had to understand with the little baby Godzilla, they could find a way to end Godzilla once and for all. Somehow, in the process of Godzilla, he somehow has another brain connected between his torso, connected to the tail. Which is, yeah, so they realized to use that there just to kill off Godzilla completely. But the only way just to find Godzilla, they had to use baby Godzilla just to lower him out. In the process, so yeah. Did work, but Rodan interfered to take the container that was holding the woman scientist who was more like baby Godzilla's mother type of figure, and the baby, so that they could, so now he could try to like kill the baby. But yeah, Fire Rodan was near close to death experience. Godzilla showed up just in time for G-Force just to give Mechagodzilla his upgrade to Super Mechagodzilla. And when the baby Godzilla called for Godzilla, Godzilla turned around and would try to find the energy, that nuclear energy source. Yep, but when he looked, but that also caused a mistake for him just to do that, because the G-Force used Mechagodzilla, Super Mechagodzilla, just to aim at to the lower point of the torso, killing off, shooting him with much more electrical power to kill off Godzilla completely. And yet, as the main villains like G-Force, they would have the victory to kill him off completely. But Rodan still survived, and Super Mechagodzilla shot him down onto Godzilla's body, and baby Godzilla communicated with Rodan to give his life up for Godzilla so that Godzilla can live. And there gave Godzilla an upgrade and healed his brain, his lower torso, and for him just to have a red of a ×10 Kamehameha, or a ×10 atomic breath ray from his mouth, which is red, like the ×10 Kamehameha way, but far better. And it took it about many blows to defeat Super Mechagodzilla. And yet Godzilla had his victory, and yet the little baby Godzilla basically saw the big Godzilla for the first time. And yet in the process, the little one basically was a little shy at first, but thanks to the human female scientist, she basically communicated with the little one just to force him just to be back with his father. back to Birth Island. Godzilla went to the ocean just to swim back to Birth Island. Same thing for Baby Godzilla. In the process, Baby Godzilla and Godzilla will have a father and son bonding moments on the island.
But I'm still alive and kicking.
In the process of it, it was simply just to understand that we will see Baby Godzilla again. But this time, he will basically become Little Godzilla. So yeah.
You really think that will stop me? You need help.
Holy shit, Omega, you son of a bitch, what the hell are you?
I should be superior in all things! My flames burn hotter than you can imagine. With the heat.
In the next second to last of the Heisei version of Godzilla's history, they would have brought Godzilla yet again, but yet to make him the face against his face of an evil clone called Space Godzilla. A being who was is basically considered to be called
like my flames.
A type of a way of his title of a god of destruction, and yet his only purpose is just to kill off Earth's mightiest defender, Godzilla. Killing him off will equal for him just to put Earth into his own rule. It was fully explained by Space Godzilla that he was basically part of the cells of the Biolante, or basically part of the simple cells that Mothra carried into space, caused to create Space Godzilla in the process.
But this is the end of the line.
Because of that, Biolante would never have been dead in history because she was still alive. So, saying that both the cell that Mothra carried and Biolante's would have been the perfect example. And plus, the simple fairy that were leagued with Mothra, that have a tiny Mothra with them in its Moth form, just to inform Vicky about the space monster. And yet, G-Force created the other mecha monster called Morgira, which is basically armor placed from the deceased of the Mecha Godzilla prototype. So yeah.
Sad to say, the portal's lost all sense. Highly doubt. I'll be here cheering you on.
So yeah. But yet, the first Morgira prototype was sent out to kill or to destroy the space alien object, Space Godzilla, but it failed and got lost into space, along with the previous crew that was leading the Morgira prototype. So, in the process, and Godzilla was somewhere on Earth, but he didn't return to Birth Island until once when he gets the communication calls from Baby Godzilla, from Little Godzilla. Oh, shit. You're not welcome. I'm kidding. I know, I'm kidding. You know what? Where are you? Well, you meditate while I keep these guys distracted on me. And also, Baby Godzilla became Little Godzilla as he is just close to the height of Godzilla's leg. in the process. He has tiny little dorsal fins. His skin is green. His reptilian skin is basically obviously yellow. And in the process, he also does have atomic energy, which he could do as atomic bubbles, which he only did when he was freed from the imprisonment from Space Godzilla. And plus, there was a man on the island who, or on Birth Island, that Lord Godzilla became friends with, and he never stopped leaving her alone, like ever. It's like if you're dealing with a fangirl who just wants to love you. Or it's just a cute little adorable puppy. And in the process, Space Godzilla arrived on Earth and used the little Godzilla as a simple way to lure Godzilla out. In the process, just to keep, well, Space Godzilla is basically slower than Godzilla because there's a reason why. He has shoulder crystals. That was obvious. Shoulder crystals. And yet, if he summons crystals on the ground, he basically gets the power from them all. As long as he has the crystals that'll impersonate to his power, he won't be weak. But in the end, the new modified Mogira and Godzilla teamed up just to beat Space Godzilla. Godzilla aimed it at the top of the tower, well, the biggest tower where Space Godzilla's fortress was at, just to destroy it. There was a reason why for it, because that damn building was giving Space Godzilla power. Taking that out, you'll be able just to make sure that Space Godzilla doesn't get no more power from that damn thing. And half the Mogira body part went underground to destroy the part of the building that Godzilla destroyed. So that way that Space Godzilla doesn't get more power. Even though the crystals are still up, but there was a problem. Yet Mogira basically shoot its cannons at the Space Godzilla's shoulder crystals. But yet that caused him to be pissed off, and for Space Godzilla just to jab him with his mutated tail, or a crystallized tail at the end, just to kill off Mogira. Godzilla and Space Godzilla continued to duel while the pilot still activated the damaged Mogira ship just to... Are you going to Capsule Corp? Okay. Okay. But in the process, when... Yep. And plus, Godzilla uses his heat volatile ray just to do the trick just to kill off Space Godzilla. When Space Godzilla died, he let out a weak war, and his Sparkle systems that was similar to Biollante when she died was a similar way to how Space Godzilla died. And they returned to space. And to know there's going to be another space monster, Godzilla's going to be ready for it. But in 1995, it was confirmed to be the death of Godzilla, because Godzilla was having a nuclear meltdown. Because, hey, he may have all the power of those nuclear energies, but there was a side effect to it. Too much will make him just somehow to overheat, like he's a goddamn reactor core of a power plant. Little Godzilla basically became Godzilla Jr., more likely a preteen adult with some little dorsal things similar to the Godzillasaurus in the process.
Are you ever gonna give me that toy you promised me?
And people realize that Godzilla is a reactor to his actual heart. Will basically cause him just to have the process for him just to self-destruct and for his nuclear meltdown just to reach to the planet's core just to destroy the entire planet in one shot.
Whoa, this guy's serious.
Oh, you're quite good.
And in the Godzilla final film in 1995 was called Godzilla vs. Destroyer. They actually brought back another old threat to Godzilla, which is part of the simple nuclear device, a simple anti-nuclear device that killed the original one in the first place. The Oxygen Destroyer. Not kidding. It's just some little life forms in there called together to be called the Destroyer. They fed on the fishes in the aquarium when they escaped from the little tube of a prison.
Are you satisfied
in the yeah. Hello, good evening, no one cares. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This opponent.
How dare me? How dare the mighty Vegeta?
Greetings. It appears
hey, I'm kidding. Come on.
This time. It seems that you are no ordinary person.
And also, Godzilla attacked in Hong Kong in the beginning of the film when he was melting down. Because of that, the only way that G-Force had a way to stop him was using, because G-Force developed freeze weapons just in cases, and it was good enough just for that problem. Yeah, how the hell did you expect how Godzilla died? Yeah, cryogenic weapons, which they used to freeze him. When they used that for the first time, it worked and it caused his temperature to drop. But he still had more nuclear energy. Yes, he was still he survived from that. And then the little destroyers came together to form into a giant form monster called we're doing old ones like from the previous DLC because my friend here needs to get God punished for it.
That was surprising.
Well, I was going
pretty good.
I did. Not my friend. He's going to get it sometime this week.
This is Super Saiyan 2. It's been a while, Mr. Legendary Super Saiyan. What's that for? You think you can defeat me?
$7.99.
At a level that's even higher than Super Saiyan God.
This is getting annoying.
I got some skills from Vegeta. The ultimate charge, his burst stinger, his strike combo, the blazing attack. What about
Damn it! Wasn't a Super Saiyan supposed to be almighty? Looks like this is going to be tougher than we thought.
I'll keep him away from Glory. I'll keep Glory away from Goat. Oh, he did got God Punisher. It's just my friend here.
Now you
And plus, if you have energy zone, please sure to equip it. No, you have to use energy zone so that it really gets more damage. So like it heals him up. If he gets more damage, then make sure his energy stays right the hell up.
Potential NFL holdout goes to... We've got a winner in the village of Haska, the team of Coach Challenge in the AFC. That's about
Named the creature Iris and vowed to raise him to take revenge against Gamera. Iris grew quickly and attempted to fuse himself with Ayana, only for Tatsunari Moribe, a classmate of Ayana's whose family guarded over the shrine holding the monster.
Alright, so...
Free from the creature, Ayana was taken to a hospital.
I'm listening to the history
Iris went on
of Gamera, because I have to switch out some skills to use. A firefight reading Ninja Turtle Doom.
People of Canton City, have you been to the Hero Coliseum yet?
Gamera, the flying fire breathing Ninja Turtle Doom.
Figure battles using the state-of-the-art battle simulator. You've got all kinds of hero figures at your disposal, and you can use and combine them in any way you see fit.
What? He likes children because he knows that they're... And also, hey, come on, can I join in? Kick out that other person. No, not you, the other random guy. I'm not saying you, Chase, you idiot.
If the two sides cannot get a contract worked out, and they have not come close this spring and summer to getting that contract.
Ready up, damn it.
Iris impaled Gamera on his arm blade, seriously wounding him. Usagi realized that Ayana was linked to Iris much like she was once linked to Gamera and begged her to stop. Sakura grabbed Ayana's Magatama and attempted to command Iris herself. Gamera and Iris barreled into the station, killing Sakura and crushing Shion and the priest. Gamera, unconscious, Moribe tried to attack Iris with a dagger he sealed Ayana with, but the creature drew him aside. Iris then attempted to beat Ayana once more, this time using her will. Gamera got back to his feet and plunged his fist into Iris' chest, enveloping Ayana. Iris bellowed in rage and pinned Gamera's hand to the wall with his arm blade. As Iris drained Gamera's blood and
I already know that, damn it.
fireballs of their own, Gamera was forced to make a quick decision. Just before Iris unleashed his attack, he severed his...
Well, I could just join right in once you take down the 3 that you need to take down. And plus, one of you gets to come on to help me out while one stays behind when I go to the glacier. And that one I only have to trust is Dragon Ball Kid. Because I know. Because.
That wraps up Gamera's roll across his Heisei trilogy. Countdown still the same. Go ahead and check out the character profile now. See ya.
She needed to get past speed bump August through that, and that was no problem.
No, he's here with me.
On serve, and how's them out?
Yep.
3 games to 1. Williams said this Wimbledon.
Kaiju fans, Titanic.
Non-canon.
They won't take you back to 2013.
feel like I have things to lose, but I also have nothing to lose. It's like I'm
if you're hearing his voice, that means that he's talking while not being with you.
So the 16 winners in the first set alone, she would go on to win 6-1. Second set, more domination. Serving with 3 games to 2 lead. 89% of the points Williams won from her first.
Would want to continue the history of Godzilla, but I think I had enough.
The points on her first serve, and then serving for the match. There you go, 6-1, 6-2, and 59.
You gotta say it right. Gamera, the flying, fire-breathing Ninja Turtle of Doom.
What do you say? Let's give it a shot.
I said fire. Man is a type of a fire ability, so yeah.
So maybe you're returning to how you felt back then.
I was calm today. It's a day-to-day basis with me. We all know that. So I'm far from perfect.
In the other semi, it was as much of a cakewalk for fellow former world #1 Serena Halep, who just eviscerated Alina Halep, the French Open champion a year ago, was the 7th seed in this tournament. By the way, Serena was the 11th seed, which shows you just how absurd the seeding in this tournament is. 26-10 edge in winners and drop shots. 6-1, 6-3. Now she'll get the gold.
It's a great feeling to face Serena in a Grand Slam final. And if you are able to win, makes it sweeter. So if you lose, then you have to look forward for the next one. I'm in a good position, honestly, and I have no pressure on myself, just positive one, because I have expectations from myself that I can do a great job on court Saturday, but still I'm I'm chill. So yeah.
Bring it on. Halep going to try to prevent Serena.
All right, player 1 has returned.
Saturday, 1 Grand Slam title shot, matching Margaret Court for the most.
I'm gonna go to the glacier with Dragon Ball Kids.
Here I go!
Well, it will have been
Right here.
96 days since Serena Williams' last major title was.
Did you beat it?
When she was pregnant, you talked to her. You know how badly she's chased and wanted that number 24. Now she's going to win.
I know. I mean, this is such a great moment for her, and she's had tries of Grand Slams before this, but this is the Grand Slam that I feel that she has been the most focused and the most relaxed. And you know, Chris, I finally think that she found her groove and she's found her A game, and I was suspect whether that would happen. Being so rusty, being injured this whole year, but she now is playing better than ever, moving better, producing power like I've never seen.
But when Serena is playing that power game that she found in the semifinals, can anybody stop Serena except Serena if she does feel the nerves?
No, if she's playing the way she played today against Strycova, she will win this tournament. And if she's a little off, and Simona Halep is, I think, the next best grass court player on form that's been playing.
Well, I think I'm gonna end my live stream.
She's consistent. She's going to wait for errors. She's going to try to use Serena's power.
Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and also share this channel onto Facebook or whatever.
She's pain-free. She's happy. She's